Space Guppy dice. Those I gotta look at.
Wait, there's new dice? Oh, because you got the Spelljammer stuff, okay. Anyway,
I bought the Spelljammer whole packet thing.
you buy everything. I shouldn't have been surprised.
Everything.
Very excited for Spelljammer.
Oh, yeah.
I played Spelljammer way back in the day, but I only played it a very tiny amount. So I have general ideas of the concepts, but I need to deep dive into this. I'd like to bring it into my Sunday campaign at some point.
We'll see. Anyway,
Him is the same. He's never played the older one, but he really wants to bring it.
Atemnity Campaign, but Space Hamster.
That's awesome.
I want a miniature giant space hamster so bad.
Anyway.
Yep, sorry.
Later. Quick recap is basically you guys spent most of the time running around the castle, two of you trying to avoid letting on that you were both branded, and two of you getting inspected, we'll call it. And then Veroth decided to tell everyone that everyone had one. And so you end up spilling the beans to Natalie's sister and brother-in-law, technically, the king and queen. And long story short, you technically agreed that you would go back to Aquarian to check in with the people researching stuff there. Whether you do not is up to you. But I think we ended where you guys were taking a long rest. I think you were at the long rest point.
Yeah, we got the rooms were provided for the night, so.
Yeah. Just quick, anything anyone wants to do in the evening?
Myra will spend more time going out, finding a better change of clothes, shoving her bag in her attempt to leave.
Makes sense.
And then also trying to get Gale to try on things. It's like, oh wait, no.
Alright. Veroth or Renee? Quentin, whichever you prefer.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, so we'll say you get your long rest in if you haven't already clicked it. And wake up in the morning fresh and ready to go. What would you guys like to do?
Good question. What do we have to do?
Well, you guys said you were going to go to Aquarian, but it depends on what you want to do.
I know how to fix it. Lyra will send a message to Candace.
Alright.
Right?
Yeah.
And we'll ask, one sec. This is Lyra. Anything new to report? Just wanted to know. Hope everything's going good. Anything for us to do?
So a moment of quiet before you hear a response come back, and she says, actually, yes. In fact, we have some locations, or a location, I'll say that's what she said, and some other information. Too complicated to explain in this way. Can you return?
Alright, so I'm not blowing another spell slot on that.
That's fair.
But she will turn to Gale and be like, so they have apparently more information. Like, okay, it's something for us to do.
Oh, that seems like a way forward.
It's more promising than running back and forth, not really sure what to do.
Yeah.
Something fun though, like, I don't know, just off the top of my head, join a cult.
We're already in a cult.
We need a better cult. This cult has been terrible. You guys are so mean in this cult. We should be in a better one where we get to do crazy things like jump off of tall buildings and fly on griffins.
Oh, wait. Didn't you say there were griffins in this kingdom, Lyra?
I mean, yes. I'm sure that if we were able to finish our little mission here, we threatened to ride on one.
I mean, are there just like aerial forces that love to perform? Is there like a stable? Like, where are these griffins?
Where are these griffins?
You would know that they're generally in the royal stables, most likely. Like, set aside for essentially military slash general guard and general use, mostly military.
Goliath.
Yeah, they're here in the royal stable.
Why aren't you there?
For once, he's got a point.
We can't go down there. That's probably something I can tell you when we portal over. Back to Cavia.
He's hopping on his toes with excitement.
Want to head that way?
I think we need to see the griffins before we head out of the city.
Without a doubt.
Right. However, we'll lead the group out to the griffins.
With hesitance.
Please don't go down there a lot. It kind of stinks.
You know what stinks. Not being in the air thousands of feet high.
It's not really a proper travel method unless you could plummet to your death, you know?
I agree. Wow, Gale is very intellectual.
Scale's very smart.
Just never noticed before.
Yeah, I think if I were to rate my intelligence on a scale of 0 to 20 for no apparent reason, I'd rate it about an 11.
I'm probably an 18.
Oh, dang.
I'm
You know,
a
if
little
I-
humble though, so it's still an 18.
I would also rate mine around 11.
We're not dead yet.
What about you, Renee? Where would you rate your Quentin? This is Quentin. Where would you rate your intelligence on a scale of 1 to 0 to 20?
In reference to who?
The Queen.
Don't know her well enough yet. Not decided.
So you're not not smart
Yeah,
enough to
smarter
know.
than the average bear.
You haven't
More
decided if
appropriately, I'm
Lyra's...
smart enough to know if I know or don't know.
A very stupid comment.
Man, the
You
others
think you're
don't
smarter
know your-
than Lyra's sibling?
Possible.
Rules and nation?
Absolutely possible. I'd be willing to bet that she doesn't know how to get around my home city.
Probably not.
So in that area, I would be smart. Its intelligence is so...
Dude,
I
what
can
is
pick a
your-
lock. Can she pick a lock?
What is your hometown like?
I
Tends to
don't
be
know.
a
I've
little
never
cold.
asked.
I guess to me, it's just intelligence is such a hard thing to judge.
We were just wondering on a scale of 0 to 20 for
Funny.
absolutely no apparent reason. Completely arbitrary scale.
Arbitrary.
Absolutely no reason.
Smarter than the average bear.
Okay, he's an 11 too. We've established everything now. I mean, your friend brings up a
Okay.
good point. What is the Feywild like?
Tell us.
Depends on where you're at in it.
You act in it.
The Feywild has, how to phrase, tends to be malleable. Is that a word y'all can get? It
Music, common word.
it adjusts itself to whoever rules it and whoever owns it. So, like, I could have a little control over my very small area of the Feywild, where the Queen Mab, she controls a huge piece of the Feywild, and it bends to her will. It
Wait, you
represents
control
the way
land?
she thinks of things.
As
Her
you,
world
Quentin
is-
was the landed gentry.
Oh no! Every creature in the Feywild. I mean, even a mouse. A mouse's hole. The mouse can have a little control over its hole.
Even a mouse is a lord.
But that said, if the queen decides that she wants something to change in the mouse's hole, it changes.
as you say that, Quentin, you just in the back of your mind, you just hear that it's almost like speaking a feminine, very familiar, feminine voice speaking to you. There's something about telling you to retrieve something, but it's like whatever she's saying to retrieve is almost like a whisper too low to hear.
Oh, it's starting again. No more talking the Feywild. Ow. Anyway, I saw griffins the other day. Yeah, griffins. That's what we were talking about, right?
Point them that way, so we'll follow the finger.
I'm pretty sure just Lyra knows all about it.
As you start to approach this familiar scent of the stables, Lyra, you all see this fully armored griffin go flying overhead with Knight riding it.
Ta-da! There you are, your friend.
It's mine.
Ah,
Well, not yours,
just
yours,
gonna let that
but
go.
you can.
Yes, Lyra, as the queen of all the land, please dismiss all the knights away from my griffins.
I'm afraid that's really not in my power to do so.
You should give yourself that power. Right now.
Buddy, come here. As I put my arm around my friend's shoulder and hover next to him. Remember, not the queen. Her sister's the queen.
All right. And
Actually,
we're
is she the queen or just filling in as the queen? I can't remember, but she's the queen right now.
She's the super queen. She supersedes all queens.
Ours isn't really a queen, remember? She's a princess.
Oh, right, yes. But you and me, we're best friends. In case
Absolutely. No, I didn't forget. That's why I'm reminding you, because that's what a best friend does.
You're such a gentleman.
Now, let's not get carried away.
Alright, you're standing just outside the gates of the stables. No one else has come out yet besides the one that flew overhead. Are you going in, or...?
I don't imagine there's much Lyra could do to stop your friend going in.
No.
Okay, I'll ask your friend, are you going in?
Lost that one a while ago.
He goes in.
Alright, so as you walk in, you've seen stables. Fairly standard stable. Pretty well kept up. Smells like a stable. Smell of horse manure and hay and all that sort of stuff. But it's like floors swept fairly nice, or as nice as you can keep a stable. And you see several various colors of horses in the first few stalls, and then a little further down you see you can just see over the stalls the kind of like feathered heads of what you assume are probably griffins. Are you going towards them, or?
He just wants to walk towards any nearest griffin.
As you start to walk towards, in the direction of the griffins, you see a stable hand go to put a hand up as if to stop you. Stop and notice, and look behind you and notice Lyra in the background and say, "Oh!"
Lyra's giving him the glare.
Yeah,
Let him go.
he puts his hand up to stop and then sees Lyra and goes, "Oh, Your Majesty, friends of yours?" As he watches your friend pass.
Yes, they are.
Alright, is there anything I can help you with?
Well, my friend here really wanted to see a griffin.
Ride one.
See them? Sure. Right. You would have to ask the knight in question bonded with the griffin.
Can I be that knight?
It's a process to go through.
I could be so much knightlier. That other knight is a bad knight.
He just looks awkward.
He's very fun, isn't he?
Maybe not
Yes.
say people are bad at what they do.
I know him, so I can say whatever I want.
Yeah, but see, you shouldn't say that until you do know them, so you know whether they are or aren't what you're trying to accuse them of.
Oh, well, I see. May I please meet the knight in question?
There's lots of them, so let's hold off on that a little bit and let's let just Lyra handle this for now.
All right, just Lyra, catch me the griffin.
We're going to look at it. Right here.
And
You see as you walk up to the stall, it's it's kind of a pale gray coloration of feathers on it, and it's currently kind of got its head and, I guess, beak down in what looks like some sort of like bucket of oats. You're not sure what's in the bucket. What do griffins eat? I don't know. Anyway,
Animals.
sure. As you can,
They're birds of prey.
yeah, something in this bucket. You're not sure what it is. And as you kind of peer around it, you see there's a Head of an eagle, body of a lion, right? Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's lion. I want to say it's lion.
I think it's a lion.
Yeah. And you just see this majestic, kind of very feline looking lower half with its tail kind of swishing back and forth. And as you approach, it kind of stops, lifts its head, and you can see that it's got hanging on like a nail next to it. It looks like a essentially kind of like a bridal reins sort of situation. It's got the Shellierith Kinsley family crest on like two little ornamental circular pieces in like the coloration, in like the blue and yellow coloration. It's just eyeing you up warily.
Reaches over to his
Make an animal handling check.
Can't possibly go badly.
It kind of like
No, not at all.
it's eyeing you warily, but it allows you to pat its neck. Assuming that's what you're patting.
birdie. Good Griffin.
Would it be intelligence, constitution, or wisdom at this point in time
To take psychic damage?
for me? No, to determine if I can resist the urge to do.
Some wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which one.
Wisdom
Intelligence, wisdom, or constitution? Because it's like I'm resisting.
wisdom
Am I
saving
wise
throw.
enough to know better? Am I too intelligent to make the mistake? You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, wisdom saving throw. Yeah, you resist. It's tough, but you resist. As you watch your friend kind of stroking the neck of this griffin, it's kind of closes its eyes a little lazily, like it's enjoying it.
Nerf doesn't resist. So he after gently petting it, raises a leg trying to climb over.
Oh, there's a it's in a stall, so there's like a door in front of you. It's like one of the half door situations.
You will attempt to climb it.
I mean, you could just unlatch it.
There's a difference, Lyra, between resisting the urge and letting him do something stupid. I can let him do something stupid. I just
Lyra
fly back
thinks
just a little bit.
this one's
Give
very
some space.
Are you just gonna open the latch, or are you actually gonna try and climb over the door?
Yeah, he climbs over the door.
Okay, as you go to climb over the door, the stable hand walks up and goes, excuse me, what are you doing?
He high fives his raised hand as he's still struggling to get over. I'm going to ride the griffin.
I
Your friend, we did talk about this. How about we can try and get you to ride the griffin after you succeed in our little quest?
You promised I get to ride a griffin. You promised 3 times now, and I'm going to ride a griffin.
I never specified any sort of time.
Specified seeing a griffin. It
I
takes
really
a
do
fair
think
bit of
it was a-
practice.
This griffin. He's still trying to climb the fence.
the griffin's kind of lifting its. Wait, griffins have talon front claws, I think, don't they? That's the thing. It's kind of backing up in the stall and raising one talon, and the talons look sharp. Oh boy.
To ride the griffin.
Oh my god.
Give me a second, I gotta look something up.
Gotta get
AKA
the
the
stat
attack
sheet.
damage of
What's the stats on a griffin? It's going to make a slash at you with its claw. 15 to hit. Just misses you, and then it's just gonna try and it just does a multi-attack. It's gonna try and bite at you with its beak. And misses totally. It's not happy. It's like backing up, trying to back up into the stall as it's slashing and biting at you. He's still gonna try.
Verith can't speak with animals.
Fuck you.
Oh, calm down, little friend. Calm down. I'm your new friend. Your best friend.
What are you doing? You guys can't hear this.
You hear him saying gibberish.
You hear him like cawing and screeching, basically.
Like this.
God, he's finally gone crazy.
Does he
Lost
think you
his
can
marbles.
speak to it? You can't speak, Griffin, your friend.
Lyra, you can make an Arcana check. Actually, Renee can as well. You're both arcane casters. And it asks you a question there, Veros.
Where's the friend?
Yeah, it asks, what are you doing?
Oh, okay.
As it's still trying to back up into the back of the soul.
I want to be your new friend, and it's always been my childhood dream to ride a beautiful creature such as yourself, and I wish to do so.
Okay, I'm gonna start with, you roll a persuasion check? And Renee, I'll say that's enough to know for you to know that there are spells that can allow a person to speak with animals and plants. It's still eyeing you dubiously. I'm good.
Perhaps we could start as acquaintances.
Sure.
Time are you off?
I don't know.
I would love to go for a walk sometime if you would.
I kind of stay here unless my master needs me.
Does your master come back?
A few hours? I'm not sure. He's been gone for the night, so I assume he'll be coming soon.
Okay. And if I was friends with your master and he said I could ride you, then that means I could ride you, yes?
I guess so, yeah.
That's wonderful. And is there anything that I can get you so we could be friends even faster?
I mean, get me something good to eat.
What do you like to eat?
It kind of nods in the direction of the bucket.
Is that chocolate cake?
What's chocolate cake?
He pulls out I think it's like months old.
Oh god.
Chocolate cake from his back. And holds a fistful of it for him.
Does Gale know enough about griffins to know if that's a bad idea or not?
Roll a nature check.
Oh no.
I'll actually give you advantage for reasons. Yeah, okay. I'll say Gil and Renee both know chocolate cake. Probably not a good idea.
Which just makes me grin and kind of lean forward a little bit to see what's going to happen.
Gale will reach forward and grab your friend's hand. No, no, no. That is not what you feed griffins. It is how you get all the stable hands to clean up diarrhea and puke for 2 days straight.
Oh,
I know, because I used to have that duty.
Does that really work?
You clean griffin diarrhea? You must know griffins very well.
You can learn a lot about things by their bowel movements, but I sure didn't learn much at all.
So, Gail, just to make sure I heard this right, if the griffin eats that, everybody goes through lots of hell for weeks, but the griffin will be okay.
Oh yeah, I mean...
I bump his arm to knock the cake towards the griffin.
It utterly flies out.
I was gonna say, even with a 13, Gale, you know that it probably would not be okay. Probably the equivalent of eating chocolate to a dog, really. We're close to it.
Gale casts levitate on the fucking cake.
The griffin just watches it sail up. Oops.
Doing that, Mr. Griffin?
Griffins
I'm
are
not.
very bad.
Yeah, let's not kill a griffin in service of Lyra's family, please.
You're all interrupting an
But
important
you just
conversation.
told me it wasn't going to kill it.
Mr. Griffin.
I don't know for certain. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to feed it chocolate cake.
What's your name?
Oh, I figured it was a cat bird, so maybe it was okay.
Maybe the cat mixed with the bird makes it not okay.
I know chocolate and dog is bad, but I was like, cat and bird? I never heard those two can't eat chocolate.
Cats can't have chocolate either. Anyway.
What is your name, Mr. Griffin?
My master called me Francis.
Wait a minute. You keep saying Are you in a cult?
What's a cult?
Worship this night?
No. We work together.
Say again, I cut off a little bit.
No, we work together.
Oh,
We protect the city.
Is that like your friends then? Is that it?
Yes. What's friends?
No, I don't understand. Should I be calling my friends master? Is that normal?
I don't know.
Talking to anybody.
I think he's still making the weird click noise.
I know, but I had to say it.
Your master's name?
I don't know.
It's either very sad or very strange. I will free you so that you can have a true friend who doesn't make you call the master. You will call me your friend.
Free?
Best of friends! Don't tell Quentin.
Quentin?
I feel
Why we're talking to Gale off the
officially
corner.
lost
Seems
it.
like your friend's having fun.
He'll reach over to rush the griffin once more before climbing out of the pit.
It allows you to stroke it It's kind of relaxed some now.
Aw.
And goes, goodbye, your friend.
No, it's your friend.
Your friend.
Your friend.
Your friend.
No, your friend.
Your friend.
Yes, friend. Thank you, Francis, for the lovely meeting. And he'll turn back to the rest of the party. We have to wait here for a few hours.
I think we have to get heading out, but we can certainly come back here in the future.
You're mistaken. We have to wait here for a few hours so I may meet Francis's master.
Francis?
Yes, that is the name of my my second best friend.
You named the griffin?
No, that's his name.
And the griffin told you this?
Yes, of course, you just have to squawk right. Can't you do that, Gale? I thought you were a very intelligent person.
Two griffins. Yep.
Lyra will
job,
go
buddy.
find one of the stable hands and be like, excuse me, what's this griffin's name?
The young boy just says, "Oh, that's Francis. That's Sir Threed's mount. Thereed."
Your friend's right. His name's Francis.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, well, there's only so many things you can name a griffin, okay? Maybe he just got really lucky.
What would you name a griffin?
What can you name a griffin? Is there a list?
Yeah, it's like what they do in the Nordic countries where there's like an approved list of baby names and you can only pick from like 10 of them.
What are Nordic countries?
That's crazy, Gale. You know so much except about how to talk to griffins.
I don't think you're supposed to be able to. Okay, whatever.
I can't let that go by.
That's
Where is
right.
it?
We are going by, because we're waiting here for a few hours.
Okay, I'll believe it.
I do think we need to get going, actually.
Here's my loving eyes. Wait, just Laura, just wait.
Well,
Few hours.
I'm sure Sir Threed is very busy right now. Has a very important job to do.
Please.
Stable hand again and go, sorry to trouble you again, but do you happen to know when Sir Threed might be back?
I
Or arrive in the morning?
do not believe he's scheduled for a ride for a couple of days, I believe.
Okay. Friend, Francis's rider isn't going to be here for a couple of days. And we're not going to be able to find any of the cults. Any new cults to join. Unless we get going.
Wait, do you promise we're joining a cult?
Well, I can't promise anything since I don't know if we'll find any. Remember, you have to keep your eyes looking.
I was, and I didn't find any good ones. Just the cult of guards, and they're mean.
They are very mean.
They locked me and Quentin in a room, and I drank friendship potion and almost died.
Was your friendship not strong enough?
I won't say it out loud.
So mean.
Gareth just looks to Quentin with teary eyes, his arms still crossed.
Quentin?
I'm still having thoughts about chocolate and Griffin, so I didn't even notice.
I'll leave if you promise that we're joining a cult. Otherwise, my odds are better at riding this griffin if I wait. It's mathematics.
I'll never join the cults ever.
You may take the seat next to me, Gale.
Well, you know, there's not many cults that come around here, but I'm sure there might be a couple. Haven't you heard of the highway cults?
Go on.
Well, the highway cults are very secretive groups who sometimes travel along roads. And they do so they can pick up new people and learn new things. Use their power. Would you like a deception check, Care?
Depends on if Veroth actually wants to believe that outright to start with. Okay.
Can they control the roads?
No? We'll say they can.
Okay, deception. And insight. Hey, you telling the truth.
Dang.
Could they use the roads to capture griffins?
Well, I'm sure that would depend on where you are, because if there's no griffins around, it would be very difficult to capture them.
Could you mold a road into a griffin?
No? You would have to ask someone.
Okay, so let's go do this.
Alright. Quick, guys, go, go.
Go.
Okay, so
Everybody out the door.
you guys hurry out the stables. Where are you headed?
And back.
Oh, no,
Yeah, I think
never
we
mind,
can.
never mind. Okay, so you head towards the portal house, and I'm assuming you're not trying to hide who you are there now, Lyra?
At least right now.
Okay, you head towards the portal house, and as you're going to pull out money for a portal, the attendant recognizes you and says, "Oh, Your Majesty, where are you going on this fine morning?"
Hey, trip to Cavia, actually.
Royal business, I assume?
Uh-huh.
Oh, and of course, you and your friends can go through.
Thank you very much.
So you guys easily, without having to pay because of Lyra, step through your portal into, I'm assuming you're going to Caulfield, correct?
Yeah, it's the closest.
Okay. And you're in Caulfield. So are you getting going on foot or getting more horses again? 'Cause I can't even remember at this point where you left your horses.
I don't know where we left our horse either.
Well, chalk that one up.
Not yet.
Actually, I'll say you easily could have gotten some royal horses from the stables. Yeah, you won't have a cart, but you can each have a horse. I'll say.
That'll work.
Because that makes sense. That they would provide that to you. So, as you head out of the city, on this... How many days of travel was that again? Give me a second.
We're on horses this time.
Yeah.
Individual, they're not have to pull a cart.
about 2 weeks-ish. Okay. Is there anything anyone wants to do during these couple weeks to travel? Because as usual, these roads are a little more guarded, a little safer on this side of things.
Just focuses his time on trying to control the road.
Alright.
If Lyra sees him doing this, she'll be like, Eric, did you see that?
What did you? What?
Might have made it move a little.
Oh, you knew what I was doing because you saw what happened?
Wait,
I did.
what were you trying to control again? Sorry?
Starting the cult.
We're going to be a very powerful cult.
I think
For you.
I missed something. What were you trying to control again?
The road.
Oh, the road. Okay. Sorry, I thought I heard wrong. Continue.
No, it's okay. So anyways, he says, just for you, just for Lyra, I will make this road out of diamonds. Just give me a moment.
Right.
He focuses very hard.
Alright.
Is there a roll?
No. You can't. You don't make the road out of diamonds.
But can I make Lyra believe I did?
How are you going to do that? Or try to do that?
She will go, oh, friend, I think that rock is a little shinier than it was earlier.
Also, like, grabbing pocket lids out of his pocket, and he's making it sparkly rainbowy with his ring, and then throwing it in front of him. It falls up, like, in front of them immediately, and it's falling behind. It's not working very well.
I
Alright.
need a little bit more practice.
I'm getting there! Just don't judge me!
I'm not. I think you're doing very well.
This is my queen.
Alright.
They ride on.
About
Imagine that night, Lyra's like, to Gale and Quentin's like, this is the best idea.
What do you mean by idea? Is there not a road cult?
Definitely able. There's the like wink.
Gale's world has shattered.
okay, so you guys travel on for a couple of days. About 3 days out, just as the first of Tricolor hits, I need everyone to make a perception check. Yeah, you're distracted by this road cult thing.
Yep.
Everyone actually, as you're traveling, you both catch kind of like, how to describe this? It's like a flash of light in the sky, kind of like lightning, but not. That you see it kind of ahead of you, but it makes you turn back behind you towards the west. And you see kind of like this in the far, far west, just like this crack of light that accompanying it is this kind of cracking sound that's obviously very distant, but it echoes across the sky going along with the light. It kind of sounds like the cracking sound of metal being strained and then breaking.
friend has done this.
Roll a. I can say roll an Arcana check. Anyone who wants to can roll an Arcana check.
Kayla's just squinting at the road, and ever so often she looks at it for too long and it kind of moves, and she's like,
Okay.
completely oblivious to the loud sound everyone else is
Your friend, you're like, seems like it could be a magical sound, but you're not quite sure. Lyra, I'll say, you know, you were told that each kingdom was given a, peace fragment chain to protect.
Oh shit.
And you know that there are to the west now, technically 4 other kingdoms, although you're pretty sure you haven't heard anything about a chain too far north in Shelly Arendt, so you're pretty sure it's somewhere in the south. It's a large area though, so you're pretty sure it's not Shelly Arendt, but there's at least 3 other kingdoms to the west, and that sounded pretty distant. But it sounded like it could be a chain breaking.
That's lovely.
Just Lyra. I am very good at controlling the road.
You are very talented. Except the pace a little.
Alright,
Let me speed up the road.
alright. Anything anyone else wants to discuss at night or during the day's travels?
Romance be a thing.
romance the road.
Road dance.
Alright, if there's nothing else, let's say within like the rest of your week and the day trek, you find yourself slowly riding into the all too familiar by now site of the glass-ish covered aquarium. And it's moderately busy as people wandering back and forth across the roads. Some holding like textbooks to their noses and reading furiously, some just going about their day, doing you're not sure what.
How do we keep jumping from nepotism den to nepotism den to nepotism den?
I don't even know what that word means.
Nepotism is
How-
like. It's Lyra getting to go places because her siblings are powerful.
Ah, okay.
It's getting a job because your dad also works there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
words.
also need that explained to me for some reason.
Why do we keep going to rich people places? Where are my 2 silver hot dog stands?
What would you guys like to do as you're riding into town? And actually, everyone can roll a perception check as well. Gail?
It's just
Okay. Gail and Renee, this is going to be interesting. You both actually spot, kind of tucked around the corner, you can just see poking out from around the corner of the, we'll call it office where, you know, Candace generally works. Just the tip of a red snout. That looks draconic in nature. I'll give you that much. It's fairly large too.
Yeah, I'm
Somebody
not going over there.
pet
Someone's
science
uncomfortable.
experiment.
I don't know. That's not. No, not going there. I'm not
What?
even a freaking appetizer.
Do they not have red lizards in the Feywild?
Oh, they do. They're not very nice. Again, I'm not even an appetizer. I'll be back over this way. You guys have fun.
What was that? I was busy controlling the road.
And you did such a great job of it. Look how fast we ended up here.
I didn't even notice. What was that? 2 hours?
Basically.
Wow, traveling has never been so much fun.
Oh, hey, Lyra, do they have, like, red colored lizards in this part? Like, larger ones?
Do you point the snout out to Lyra?
Sure. I mean, how far away are we from
It's probably... It's not a very big town. 50, 60 feet away.
Yeah, I guess so.
As you look over, Lyra, you see that this little snout poking out and kind of like pokes out a little further, and you see it's really large size, not huge, but large sized draconic head of a what looks like a young to adult red dragon.
That's the reason why Renee is going the other direction.
Dragons are quite common here in Adia.
It does seem to have what looks like some sort of bridle of some sort on it too.
Probably
Can we
someone's now.
fly it?
And you would know that
I
it
don't know if you can ride dragons.
easily,
Do it.
I'd say easily enough just from general studies in Hawthorne and just general knowledge, you would know that the royal family of Cavia typically rides as dragon mounts.
Okay.
You're not sure whose this is.
It's
I
probably the royal family. They all have dragon mounts.
Aren't you royal?
Okay.
Not from here.
Not from that family. New campaign goal. Set Lyra up with foreign royalty to acquire dragon mounts. You receive one 18-year-old's hand in marriage. We receive 4 dragon mounts.
I don't think that they have an
Only 4 dragon mounts.
I don't think they have an eligible male heir.
No, they don't.
Nope, they don't. The only other heir is female. I guess, you know, yeah.
Can swing both ways.
Yeah, swing that way. She's a little young for you, though. Anyway.
Yeah.
Arrange the marriage. Wait another 10 years. Makes it even better.
A little more than that. Anyway,
Free dragon and then we call it off.
anyway, yeah, that's what you see. What are you guys doing?
Someone from the royal family is probably here. Into Canvas. Already busy with meetings.
But maybe it's just dead week at the college, and they're bringing in their emotional support dragons to like comfort their academic students.
Maybe they sent me a flying dragon as an apology.
And maybe the road cult sent your friend the dragon instead.
Whoa, I understand. Starts walking towards the dragon.
You start walking towards this dragon, and it kind of like tilts its head to look at you.
Hello.
Wait, hold on, I need to check something.
He does not speak Draconic.
Sorry, I gotta. It kind of tilts its head at you, nods, and says, "Hello," in a rumbly kind of voice.
Whoa.
Fun fact: young dragons speak common. Continue.
Could I be your friend?
Who are you?
Me! I want to be your friend!
I have a friend. Who are you? It's kind of sitting up kind of proudly.
I'm your friend, Vareth.
Vareth. Sir Vareth. My companion would be pleased to meet you, I'm sure.
Is that Francis or Sir Threed? I've only met one of them.
I do not know these names. My companion is Sir Damien.
I'll have to introduce you sometime. And where is Sir Damien?
He said Damien.
Mr. Damien.
Inside, speaking with the mistress of this town, I believe.
And what is your name?
Oh, what's its name? It says,
Challenge of this campaign: make care name all the animals.
I'm trying to remember if he had a name. No, he doesn't. Yeah, not yet. My name is. No, we need a proper draconic name here.
Theobald.
In our Wednesday game, we've been teasing the DM because for one cave we went into, it was run by a bunch of elven bandits, and he went and named one Smith.
His parents were just like super into human culture.
Yeah, right.
And it's on their like baby name book.
It
Selected one at random because it meant like strong or something.
It says, my name is Averith. Averith. Wow, I chose the hardest one. Averith. Avirith.
Hello, Aberrant. It's a pleasure to meet you and become best friends.
It kind of like bows its head to you. Yes, indeed. Are you here to see a master, my friend?
I was more here to see you, but I could go meet him. Yes, you also call him your master. That's interesting. Are you guys friends, or is it kind of different kind of relationship?
He is my bonded companion, but he is also my king.
I see.
It's a sign of respect.
If you were my friend, we would be equals. I promise.
I am equals.
Yes, it's mathematics. Now, where is Aberrant? Oh, I mean, sorry, Sir Damien. That's. Oh no, I've insulted you.
He just shakes his head and says, "Fear not," and kind of gestures with its snout towards the building next to it. He's inside. Important research, I believe he said. University following.
Oh, Renee's gone. Renee's finding another place to be.
Inside or elsewhere?
Elsewhere.
All right.
He's gonna go find Renee.
I'm over
actually.
by Broonwick. I'm saying, you know what? I'm out.
I was gonna go find Renee.
Are you
I'm
hiding?
looking for Runeswick.
Come on, Gale.
I'm out of here. Where I come from, red dragons are not friendly.
I mean, Gail's not gonna leave Lyra alone, so.
All right. So
So we just leave your
But
friend.
she will
Even
whisper
worse.
to Lyra, I didn't know dragons had kings. Is the king a dragon?
No, remember Professor Cat that we met at school? You know, fixed your friend's head?
We met a lot of people, but yeah, I
Remember
kind
the
of
man
remember
who
that.
fixed your friend's head?
He kind of has to be healed, like every time we go somewhere, so kind of.
I mean, made it so his, like, but, no, that's him.
So he's not a dragon?
Not a dragon.
No, that's disappointing.
As far as I'm aware.
It's disappointing.
That'd be a great rumor to start.
Really would be.
all right. We'll start with you guys going to find Renee. Renee. Actually, we'll start with Renee. I guess. Are you going straight to Runswick or?
I am stealthing up and running.
Okay. The rest.
Brunswick is the general direction.
You got Lyra and Gale can roll perception checks to see if you can find Renee.
Yeah, sure.
Gale! Lyra, you're like, that fairy is so hard to see. Gale, your eyes are just trained and honed. You just see him making a beeline towards the general direction of where you know Runswick's shop is.
Nope, got him.
Okay, straight to the Silver Horse.
Alright.
That was the name of it, right?
I vaguely forget. Give me a second. Do I remember the name I've ever placed? No, not a fucking chance.
Wouldn't expect you to.
Yeah, the Silver Horse, you were right. Ha.
Not bad for
You.
Okay.
So, I take it Lyra and Gale, you're taking off after him?
I think so, yeah.
Alright, so, we'll say you...
And I'm trying to do like bush to bush stuff, so I'm not going, really fast. I'm just like zip into a bush, zip into a bush.
What's your flying speed?
My flying speed is. Let me double check myself before I wreck myself. What are you on here?
Click on your walking speed and it'll come up.
Oh, there it is. It's 30, but I'm stealthing, so 15.
Okay, so... And you two are probably
Right?
doing the... Yeah. You guys try doing the equivalent of dashing, I assume. So you can easily... Yeah, basically. You can easily catch up to Renee just before he gets to the shop.
Hey, the dragon's like a mount or something for a king who's not even a dragon, so it's fine. We left your
Dragons
friend alone
eat
with
people
it.
my size without even thinking about it. Again, not even appetizer. You guys are appetizers. I'm like a palate cleanser. No. That's not nice.
I don't think
Yeah.
it would taste that good.
I'm sure the dragon would take that into account before it ate us.
Rip my wings off and just, gone.
Really, I do think this dragon gets better food than you.
I don't know.
Okay. I'm not into taking that
Feywild.
chance.
Feywild cuisine.
That's right, I'm
No, I've
exotic.
never had that before.
Like an exotic breath mint. No. I'm even trying the puppy dog eyes at this point.
I mean, I'm in no rush to go in there with Professor Platt in there.
We have to go in there to get the next bit of information, though.
Yeah, we could always just wait until he's gone.
Yes, dragon gone. Good. I'm just getting this out of my friend Runeswick now, as I slowly try to slip away.
Do you guys let him?
Well, we caught up to him. We know where he's going now.
Okay, so I'm assuming you guys just all follow him in.
I guess so.
Alright, you guys walk into the shop. It's same as always. Probably a couple of quote-unquote customers off in a corner, and Brunswick is leaning on the counter, looks like reading a book.
Rosie, gotta get out of here. Get all your valuable stuff and run.
Kind of looks up and says, "Ah! Renee! What?"
No time to talk. There's bad things outside. Gotta run.
Stands up, "What?"
Dragons take hordes. My friend has all sorts of really neat stuff. Dragons like to hoard stuff. I don't want this to happen to my friend.
Quentin is overreacting.
Oh, are you speaking about...
There's a red dragon hanging out outside. How am I overreacting?
Oh, are you speaking about, His Majesty's companion? Ah, he's actually an old friend. Of sorts.
Runesy?
Yes? You see the wings kind of start to flare out from behind him. Although they're green.
I told you.
Your volume keeps going down there.
Plop down on the table. I'm like, I am so confused right now.
He kind of wanders over and, or I guess, the counter's the closest table. He just kind of leans over and says, "How can I alleviate your confusion?" And kind of gives a little shoulder massage with his fingers.
It's like one single finger.
Little pinchy fingers.
Red dragons would rather eat me and take my stuff than be a king's pet. And companion, friend, mount, whatever you want to call it. It just doesn't... Bad people ride red dragons. And then only, very rarely, because reds won't put up with a lot of that. Blues, they tend to be a little more loyal, but reds, no.
He just chuckles and says, "Ah, my friend, you have so much to learn about our fair world. Dragons here are... I know I've studied that dragons on other worlds are more... The coloration tends to have a different temperament, but here it's there are quote-unquote evil or ruthless type dragons, but it's less based on their color. I've seen gold dragons destroy a village. I've seen greens save a village. I've seen greens save a village. It's up to an individual dragon's temperament. And reds are, I believe, from what I understand, the more common companion of the royal family here. I think most of them have reds, although King Demetrius may have black. It's been a while since I've seen him.
The black, you see, Renee's eyes become bigger than his head.
Oh, his is a little bit more.
He starts rubbing his first two fingers into his temples.
He kind of like takes his two fingers, and kind of like massages your temples for you.
I'm so confused.
He kind of like holds out a hand for you to stand on it.
More or less. I just kind of lean into the hand.
He kind of like gently lifts you up and like looks, like to the point of like, so you can look right into your eyes and goes, "Do you trust me?"
Well, more than I trust most, and you know me, I don't trust anybody. But yes, ish. Is that fair? Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just I don't trust a lot, but just about anybody. Like Gail I trust, because Gail I know she's gonna do whatever Lyra wants her to do, whatever Lyra wants her to do, whatever she thinks. So I can trust that she'll do that. Lyra, I don't know if I trust her completely yet. She's a little, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Royal.
I mean,
that's how royals are. But yeah, I trust you. I trust you more than I trust most. But I'm so confused.
then trust me when I tell you that dragon in particular would rather save you than hurt you. It would rather nuzzle you than eat you. He gets far better pickings where he comes
I
from.
told Gail a second ago, though, I'm like an exotic breath mint right now.
And
I mean, Lyra's people were all about poking me, prodding me, and probing me. Not the fun kind of probing either.
he gets more exotic than you, my friend. Relax.
They
trying.
bring in things from the hells and they feed this dragon.
You don't know.
Trying and just a little. You can't even. Last time I saw Red, he was burning everybody.
Well, I won't say that all reds are the same, but this one and
Well, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. They're all different. It's just they tend to be a little more about me than other things are.
I mean,
Not about me. I mean, everybody's about me. I mean, look at me. I'm good.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are certain reds that would be best you did not see. Rosetta, for one, she's not the happiest of creatures, but I wouldn't be happy either if I was trapped to one location.
Ugh, yeah, that would be bad. I'd escape. Or try.
Oh, she's tried. She can't. But that's another story. How are you? Other than obviously distressed.
Ira's family was trying to poke and prod me, and it's been all over. Although I really did see this really neat theater. It's kind of cool. You should go there. We should go catch a show one of these days. I know it's a long haul, but it's in Lyra's hometown.
Are you talking... You're from Shellyarth, correct? Looking at Lyra. You're really low, but I heard you.
Oh, that would probably help.
It's like you're leaning away from the mic, to be honest. Anyway. It says, the Royal Story House, I think it's called?
That was the place. The guy who runs that thing, it was kind of cool. He talked to us for a little bit. But it looks like there's some awesome shows there.
I think that would be lovely sometime, Renee.
By the way, did you hear the loud crash a couple of days? It's been a couple of days, right?
Yeah. Well, it's been a week now. Well, a little under a week since you heard it. Not that you heard it.
Or that
I see
loud
it.
crash thing a week or so ago?
Yes, it was unsettling. It unsettled several people here. There's been a few of them.
You heard anything from anybody about what it was? Because I don't like it.
Not yet, but they've been locked in Candace's office for the last few days. Looking into it, I assume.
Looked back over my shoulder and said, Lyra? Candace is the one that told us to come back, right?
But that was before the big light crash.
There was a light?
Well, like, I remember there being
Okay. Runeswick, baby, it's good to see you again. I apologize. Thank you for putting my mind at ease.
Of course.
Or more at ease than it was. But
Just
it looks
relax.
like we need to go.
You make sure he kind of like lifts you up a little higher and says, "You make sure you come back and see me before you leave."
Will do. Give him a big giant hug around the neck. Will do. Thanks, buddy.
Kind of like gently pat your back with a couple of fingers.
With that, though, I will fly over to land on Gale's shoulder
Mm-hmm.
and immediately cast Reduce to make myself as small as I can.
How long does that last?
Oh, sorry. Up to a minute. I'm going to hold on to that, though.
Okay.
The plan is, as soon as we're close to the dragon, I'm going to reduce myself and hide.
That's fair.
In Gale's hair.
All right.
I thought you were going to reduce me, and I was like, oh, buddy.
Oh, no, not you. Me. I'm using you. I'm making myself smile and using you as a human shield.
Okay. As you guys wander towards the office, we'll jump back in time again to Veroth. As you wander into the office, you see a bit of a flurry of activity. There's several people rushing around and grabbing different books, fiercely scribbling notes. Elias is there kind of directing everybody. Actually, no. Yes, he was, because he sent other people to guard it. Never mind. And no one seems to have noticed you come in yet.
Sir Damien!
Elias looks up. Veroth, was it?
Oh, I know you.
This is still Elias. This is still Elias saying that.
Oh, hey, that's not the professor?
No, not yet. He isn't.
Oh,
He's not in the room yet.
have I met this guy before?
Yeah, this is the guy in the wheelchair.
Oh, yes. He doesn't remember this guy. Oh,
Ouch.
hello. Where is Sir Damien?
He is in with Candace, I believe. They're discussing something of importance.
What would that be? Giving me his dragon, most likely.
Don't think so. Something involving the brand, I believe.
Oh, wow! Oh, did we finally decide to expand the cult?
No?
I'll talk to them and make sure.
I'm sure they'll be out in a little bit. Candace asked not to be disturbed for the moment.
Not even for me.
I believe her words were when the group arrives and you seem to be alone. I get the impression she's the one that had to repeat herself.
Good enough.
So you just wait?
No, he walks out with his head low.
Aw. I'll say like so you end up waiting outside for like.
No, he wanders away. Oh, actually, he walks to the dragon. He goes to the dragon.
Okay. I'll say good brevity. You end up having a lovely conversation with this dragon, just discussing I don't know what you're discussing.
How the opportunities for Vareth to ride him.
He's very okay, yeah. And he's very kind of steers you away from it every time you try. Eventually, the rest of you walk up to see Vareth talking to the dragon again. And one moment, I need to drink really bad. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Serious dry mouth going on here.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so yeah, you guys see Vareth talking to the dragon. Grab him and head in. Oh, Renee's. Or Fran's going to get coffee. Actually, maybe that's a good idea. Is everyone want to just take a quick BRB, go to the bathroom type of stuff?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Get some water.
Yeah. Alrighty. So you guys walk up as you see words are hard. You see Vera talking to the dragon again.
Well, it hasn't eaten him yet.
Why don't we ask him to come over here? I'm still not sure yet. As I'm hovering right by your head and getting ready to make myself small.
Actually,
We're back.
I have spent.
Oh, welcome back.
you see the dragon look up as you guys talk. Yep. You're back. Well, it was nice talking to you, Veros.
Yes, that is me, your friend.
Yes. It's nice talking to you. Were you wanting to speak to His Majesty?
Oh no, they were much too busy for me.
Interesting. I'm sure there's some explanation. Perhaps it's a group thing. Apparently he was here for some purpose that only he could really help with.
I think I wanted to get permission to ride you. Why I came.
I would rather you not.
Candace.
He said he wouldn't. You can go if you like him so much.
Didn't they just say it was a group thing? Don't we need to all be there to get information?
I don't know. They're very weird. They talk a lot, but they don't talk about riding dragons or griffins.
Your friend? At what point in the last month has that not been how royalty works?
I know it's miserable. I don't know how you deal with it.
It really is.
You guys go in.
I'll see you guys later.
Our friend, Candace might have information on the road cult. And she knows a lot of things.
Well, I don't know if Candace would have information. But she might have information on our cult.
Cult is dumb. I want to join the road cult.
Maybe if you learn a little bit more about how this cult works, we can figure out how the road cult works.
Sounds like you're not giving me an option, but I really don't like this option.
I am always giving you an option.
Okay, I want to ride the dragon.
That's unfortunately not one of them. How about this? We go and talk to Candace, and then they come out and see the dragon again.
If I stay, I can continue seeing the dragon. It's mathematics.
But if you come with, I can tell you another story about the road cult tonight.
Okay. He joins.
Alright. So you walk back into the building, and I think Elias sees you and says, you're all here now. Candace was saying she wanted to speak to you as soon as you all got here. I apologize for earlier, my friend. But now that you're all here, I can take you back to see her. if you'd like.
That would be lovely, thank you.
So he kind of like wheels out from around the desk and kind of pushes towards the hallway, leads to the office. And it's kind of darkly lit right now, but kind of like, what else is here? He just kind of waves his hand and makes some dancing lights appear in the air above him as you're going, having a little bit of issue with the power at the moment. Sorry about that. And he reaches the door at the end of the hallway, is Candace's office, and just kind of knocks gently on the door. And as you hear her muffled voice say, "Yes, who is it?" Elias says, the young group that the young group that was here before with the Marks is here." And she says, "Oh yes, let them in." And he kind of like opens the door and wheels back so you guys can go enter. You go in.
I guess we enter.
And by this time, Renee is no longer tiny. You all enter the room, and as you do, you see King Damien sitting at a high-backed chair on the front side of the desk with Candace sitting behind it. They've got all sorts of manner of instruments and scrolls of paper laying out, and you see Damien has his right arm stretched out on the table. It's like a leather band around his wrist. And Candace seems to be in the process of inspecting it. And she sees you as she looks up from her work and sets whatever instruments she has in her hands down and says, yes, thank you, Your Majesty. I think our hypothesis about the similarity between this and these other marks is accurate, and removal seems to be probably of a similar vein. I'm sure you all know His Majesty.
Yes, we've met before. It's so nice to see you.
Damien kind of smiles. Natalie, your friend, was it? And Gail and Quentin?
Uh-huh.
It's good to see you again. How is your head, my friend?
He's pouty.
Fair. Anyway, Candace tells me you have some interesting marks upon yourselves.
I don't know if I'm that person.
May I see?
But yes, we are struggling with a bit of a quandary. And Candace did say that. She seems to have information for us.
Yes. Well, first off, not long after I spoke to you, a couple days ago, I got in contact with, I believe it's your sister and brother-in-law, and they were able to confirm for me the location of the chain in Eliarenth. It seems to me that it is in the it is guarded by the shepherds of the elements. the air tribe specifically. And Veroth and Lyra can roll history checks, Lyra at advantage.
Oh my god. That's correct.
You're not entirely sure what she's talking about, Shepherds of the Elements. And so, anyway, these are, I can see by your puzzled expressions that you're not sure what they are. The Shepherds of the Elements are a group of people who split themselves into 4 tribes, and this is kind of a, you know what, if you know where this comes from, but whatever. As you know, the magics in Shelly Aerith in general are fairly chaotic and out there and kind of tumultuous, and the elemental powers and magics are no different, which also makes the rifts to the elemental planes a little more dangerous here. And this tribe, various points around Shelly Aerith, guards those rifts. And so it is apparently this air tribe that guards the chain for Shelly Aerith. I'm not sure if you wanted to investigate for yourselves, or just knowing it's being guarded is enough. It's guarded by a young woman by the name of Ptoon, Ptoon. She's called the Voice of Air, and I'm not entirely certain, but from what I understand, they've been guarding this chain as they do the rift for centuries, or decades at the very least. No, centuries. What is time? But other than that, we did discover, with the help of His Majesty here, possible way to remove the brands on your arms. However, like the totemic mark that Cavians bear, it would require a similar process that His Majesty here has gone through. Other than that, otherwise you would most likely die. But I could remove it to prevent any other effects. Choice is up to you. It would not be painless, of course, sadly.
So the option is quit, risk dying, or do something else, and then it is less likely to cause death?
It's more, we're not sure what this mark might do to you in the future, and it's the removal that, without the special wristband, that would not have the same effects other than sustaining your lives. But removing it would eliminate any possible future problems, whatever it might do. That we haven't discovered yet.
Yeah, like the road cult. Have you heard of it?
I can't say I have.
It's because it's very prestige.
I see. What do you say? Do you have any questions?
Don't take it off.
She looks at the rest of you. This is all up to each of you.
Well, I would personally try and find another solution. Not always, not to sound vain or anything, but don't always go with very. But we still do need to deal with this cult because we found the road cult. The road cult is much better.
It is.
And Lyra kind of does like that, like, go with it kind of look. She mentions the road cult.
She's like, well, it's up to you. The rest of you?
Till I know more.
What would you like to
Right
know?
now, we still don't know what this is all about. Until we know, I'd say it's a bad idea to do anything. Because you only have a guess at what this is. You think it's similar, but that doesn't mean it's the same, and that doesn't mean the effects will be the same. I say we
Well-
explore before we make
We do know that it is.
skin and flesh altering, painful decisions.
We do know that the marks are virtually identical outside the actual symbol used. They're both life-sustaining and exactly what else it does we're unsure of, but we know that it's less likely to be a force for good versus a malevolent reason. But it's up to you.
I would say a tool is a tool. It's how you use it that makes it, whether it's malevolent or not. So until we know more, if it starts taking over me, then yeah, I'm all for it. But at this point, I think we try to find out more information before we make decisions and start, getting probed and dissected.
All right, so it's
Very adamantly against getting thrown. He seems to have a very loose definition of what that is.
all right. So it's one of you that wants it removed. I'm assuming the other two of you are on the don't want it removed side as well.
Do we have any other routes?
As far as
Inquire about information on it?
that has been tricky. I believe your brother, your majesty, Damien says, yes, Demetrius may have information. It's possible. He's studied the totemic mark and marks like it before. It's something that I try not to dwell on, shall we say.
And exactly how politically bad is it going to be when this ritual of yours goes wrong and accidentally kills the youngest princess of a neighboring kingdom?
I mean, I'm not sure it would kill her.
You said that it could possibly kill.
No, I said if the wristband was not utilized, it could possibly kill. It would hurt. The ritual would most likely hurt. That I cannot stop, but the mark basically has to be burned off before the wristband is applied. But
Tattoo removal.
basically.
We have little interest in maintaining some random necromantic mark from who knows where. I think I've had enough necromancy in my life so far.
It's fair. So are you for removing it then?
I'd be for removing it.
Alright, so is that 2 of you that do not want it removed and 2 that do?
Maybe my decision.
It's fair. It's something you can think about. If you'd like, it would take some time to prepare the properly enchanted bands. So if you want, you can have a day or 2 to think about it. We can have them ready in case you decide to. Or in case you
Don't have to be a consensus, right? Like, if I want mine gone, I want it gone.
No, it's up to each individual person.
Hooray! Road cult, here I come!
But yes, other than that, we did see that. Did you see a flash of light in the sky and the sound a few days ago?
We did. Like, is that another chain?
I fear it likely was, and which one we are still making contact with the various royalty and other contacts in each kingdom to discover if their chain has been compromised.
Well, just based off what is here. I don't think it was in Sheliaris. In Arcadia. It could have been in Larian or Aladdin. It seemed like northwest enough to be Sorelia.
From where you were, zoom out on the map. No, I'd say it seemed a little bit, northwest. So, you think it's more likely, because you're not sure where the Relarian one is either, but Relarian also kind of dips down a little bit more to the south in general. That whole section of the continent. You think it is most likely Everagil or Cerelia, but with how far it was away, you can't be certain which.
I'll just say that.
Yes, that does seem to make sense. Contacts within each of those royal family / government. We should be able to have some answers as to whether they've had anything particularly strange happen lately.
Only contacting the royal families and not just like the normal folk who probably saw something weird.
I mean, contacting the royal families because they are the ones that know where their chain that their kingdom is protecting is located. It's not exactly publicly, or at least it's not supposed to be, publicly available knowledge.
Yeah, but the funny thing about large and loud explosions is that it kind of reveals the location of the chain that went up.
Yes, but so we're talking to the royal family. They could also have gotten reports from citizens, so it's kind of a skip a few steps, shall we say. But if two of you want those removed, we will have the wristbands repaired, and I believe in a couple of days you should be able to go through the process to remove them.
Sounds good to me.
Alright. Any questions at all?
I ride your dragon.
And Damien kind of chuckles and says, that takes years of practice, my friend.
Would you teach me right now?
It's not something I can particularly teach you. I know how, but that's not the kind of professor I am. But Everett is... I'm sure someday he might give you a ride, but you can't ride him per se. He's his own creature, of course.
Brows are just furrowed.
See, no more questions?
No, thank you very much.
Alright, just do some thinking on it, the other two of you, but like I said, it's up to you. So as you leave, and walk out the door, Candace picking up some tools and inspecting the wristband on Damien's wrist a little further. I think, because apparently I'm tired, I think we might call it there. Sorry. For now.
That's good to me.
Yeah.
Stop the point.
There's some little planning. Yeah. That was basically it. It's a lot of information. It's complicated. She was expecting more questions.